to my channel. We are back this week with another character breakdown, this time for my Marvel Cinematic Universe character, Anissa Anastasia Hartley, otherwise known as Night Owl. For those that don't know, and clearly haven't seen a movie in the last 10 years, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a movie adaptation of the Marvel comic books that started 10 years ago with the very first Iron Man movie starring Robert Downey Jr. It carried on with Thor starring Chris Hemsworth, Captain America starring Chris Evans, and the Hulk starring Edward Norton, who is now played by Mark Ruffalo, and it all came to a head in the very first Avengers movie. Sequels have been made for both Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, and the Avengers movie, and they are loved and they are cherished, and there are many more to come. Anissa came about out of nowhere. She really did. She's just, one day she wasn't there, then she was. Really, that's kind of how it went. I've always wanted to create a comic book character, but I didn't know how to go about it. I grew up reading Marvel comics. I was never a big DC fan, but I know entirely too much about Marvel. I will repeat one more time. I am a nightmare to go to the movies with. As the movie universe grew for these comic books that I grew up loving, so did my interest in creating a character. And Anissa came from that. She started as a solo asset working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and grew from there. When I created Anissa, there was one thing I knew I wanted. I wanted her to be like Black Widow. Bad guy turned good. But unlike Natasha, Anissa's time spent as a bad guy was all in her childhood. She was a childhood assassin, for lack of a better way to put it. And because it happened to her so young, it left very lasting marks. She has a lot of elements to her that I deal with personally that none of my other characters have. She's the first character that I have taken these elements that I see as negative parts of myself and put them into a character. I've never done this before. Anissa has 60% hearing loss in both ears from a sonic grenade. I myself suffer from diminished hearing in my right ear from childhood ear infections and overproduction of scar tissue that has blocked the ear canal some. She is day blind in both eyes. Yes, it's a thing. And I prefer not to venture out into the sun ever. I'm a nighttime person. She also suffers from pretty severe social anxiety, even when it's just the team. I have been known to leave stores when I get this overwhelming sense that there are too many people around. Writing Anissa is actually a lot easier than most of my characters. Like her sisters, she's got the sarcasm and the wit and the inability to take crap from anyone, much to Tony's dismay. The easiest part about writing Annie is her ability to deal with what makes her different, but it is also the hardest part of writing her. Some of my issues, for lack of a better way to put it, I have long since come to terms with. My weight, my poor immune system, things like that. But my hearing, the chronic pains I suffer, my anxiety, they're constant battles I haven't conquered yet. The way I write Anissa dealing with her problems is how I would like to deal with mine. But I haven't managed to do it yet. It's easy to write, but knowing how to do it and not being able to execute it is what makes it hard. To date, since we have many more years of Marvel Cinematic Universe coming along, the best memory I have for writing Anissa is hashing out her backstory. I mean, I love coming up with backstories for my characters. The more intricate and detailed, the better. Anissa is definitely one of the darkest I've written, but it is one of the most detailed. She went through a lot before joining S.H.I.E.L.D., and it was only a handful of years that she went through it. So I made sure each one of those years was perfectly planned out. I planned out how her hearing loss came about, how she got her day blindness, how she discovered her 2 latent mutant abilities, one of them being telekinesis with the color flare like Scarlet Witch has, and the other is she sees auras within people's eyes, and what she sees tells her the truth of the person and whether or not they're lying. That's why she has such a difficult time with Fury. But I planned out each and every step of when those came about in the years before she joined S.H.I.E.L.D. because she got it all, except for the hearing loss, she got it all before she joined S.H.I.E.L.D. And I wanted each one to have a specific reference point that I could go back to and have her talk about. What I put her through is not nice, and it certainly left a lot of emotional marks on her, but I am very, very, very happy with how it came out. As for worst memories, I don't have one, which is strange. She's been through a lot, she's survived more than most, lost more than most, and, you know, she's become such good friends with Rock Bottom, she filed for change of address. Worst joke I will ever tell. I hope. But I've enjoyed all that I've written for her. Nothing has been difficult for me. I haven't had to walk away from anything because it's been too much. I haven't had to stop and say, why, you know, I can't do this right now, or I can't do this, period. When I go back and read over what I've been put her through, what she's been through, I'm proud of all of it and how it came out. I don't struggle with any of her details or her story pieces. It's just all flowed basically exactly how I wanted. And that places her above her sisters in a lot of ways, because a lot of them were not that easy to work with. You know, they weren't that easy to create. And hers is just so seamless. But we do have some pretty intense movies coming, and she is gonna have to go through some pretty impressive crap in these movies, so I may have a worse memory yet to come before the year is over. Originally, when I created Annie, I just wanted my own comic book character. That's all I wanted. And now I have her, and with how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going, she has become this amazing person that a few years ago I wouldn't have thought myself capable of creating. But I have created her, and I am so proud of her, and it's weird with original characters. It's almost like children. You try not to pick your favorite or favorites, but she is definitely one of the ones that I enjoy working on most over others. As these movies go on and I find her places in each one of them, it's going to be interesting to see where the writing and the Marvel universe takes her. And that is our character breakdown video for Anissa Anastasia Hartley, aka Night Owl. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Tell me who your favorite Marvel character is, whether it be from the comics or from the cinematic universe. Overall, I love Hawkeye. I've always loved archers, and he just, you know, got me immediately. Not to mention the purple. I loved purple as a kid. And just the way he interacts with other characters and everything, it was a lot of fun for me. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the little notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. Don't forget that YouTube has changed the way subscription boxes are laid out, so make sure you have your settings fixed the correct way where you see all of your subscriptions and not just some of them. My social media handles are all down below, along with my fanfiction pages, profiles on fanfiction.net and AO3, and my blog will also be listed down below. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye!